Have you ever noticed every time life starts getting very peaceful, something inside you becomes very restless? You start overthinking. Arey, how is it that everything is going on so perfectly? You start looking for problems. You start expecting disappointment. And subconsciously you start preparing yourself for something that, according to you in your head, is going to go wrong. And sometimes, without even realizing it, you create emotional chaos where none existed. Why? Because for some people, peace feels very unfamiliar, but emotional suffering, oh my god, it feels like home. Not because they enjoy suffering, but because their nervous system has learned to expect suffering. And today we are talking about one of the most powerful emotional patterns that quietly keeps so many women stuck: the comfort zone of emotional suffering. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Flight to Fulfillment podcast. I'm your host, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach and the founder of the Freedom Divas Hub. And today we are talking about something that sounds contradictory, yet it is far more common than most people even realize: becoming comfortable in emotional suffering. Because none of us consciously choose pain, of course not. Nobody wakes up wanting to feel anxious. You don't wake up wanting to be hurt or to cry or to have anything go wrong in your life. You don't wake up to be rejected, unworthy. You don't want to be emotionally exhausted. But yet, many people unconsciously recreate the very emotional experiences they are trying to avoid and escape. Not because they want pain, but because pain has become familiar. Perhaps you've lived with stress for so long that not being under stress feels very strange. Perhaps you've experienced inconsistent love for so many years that healthy relationships are now very boring. Perhaps you've carried emotional responsibility all your life until today, and rest makes you feel very guilty. So, our nervous system does not automatically choose what's healthy, it actually chooses what it's familiar with, even if the familiar hurts. And that's why healing can be very uncomfortable for a lot of people, not because you are doing it wrong or you don't want to do it, but because your mind and body, they are actually adjusting to a completely new reality. They are so used to stress, so used to hurt, so used to toxicity, that suddenly when everything is becoming all right, your mind, your body, your entire nervous system feels very strange about it. Arey, how come? So, in today's episode, we are going to explore why emotional suffering can become a comfort zone, how you can recognize the pattern, and what it takes to finally feel safe experiencing peace instead of pain. 1. Chaos feels more normal than calm. So, when life becomes very peaceful, you start feeling restless. You wait for something to go wrong. You mistake calm for boredom. Your nervous system has learned to associate emotional intensity with normality. Number 2, healthy relationships feel unfamiliar to you. So someone treats you, you know, consistently. Okay. Somebody is very, very giving towards you. Somebody is communicating everything very clearly. Somebody is giving you respect. Somebody is actually showing respect for your boundaries. Somebody is showing up reliably. Now, all these green flags are coming your way, but instead of feeling relieved, you are wondering if something is missing. Suddenly you are like doubting now. Arey, how come all green, no red? Because your mind has confused unpredictability with passion. Your mind has confused, you know, toxicity with normality. For you, it's normal to have somebody, ignoring you. For you, it's become normal that somebody will um, get angry with you for no rhyme or reason, or somebody will take out their frustration on you. That happens so much in our lives, isn't it? That people, I mean, they are frustrated for something else and they'll come and take it out on a person. Why? But for that person, it's normal. So, healthy relationships are feeling unfamiliar to you, and that's why you start feeling strange when everything is going all right. That how is it somebody's giving me respect, somebody is giving me love, somebody is not fighting, somebody is actually valuing what I say. Number three, you feel guilty when you are happy. Every time life gets better for you, a small voice inside your head, it tick ticks. This, my dear, will not last. Don't get too comfortable. Something bad is definitely coming your way now. This inner tick tick inside your head. Joy begins to feel unsafe because you've learned to expect it to disappear. In your head, you're always telling yourself, how can I say happy for so long? See, something is going to go wrong now. Number four, you keep repeating the same emotional patterns. Different people, different jobs, different circumstances, but the emotional experience with all these feels familiar. Not because life is against you, and so many times we blame ourselves, right? Why do I keep attracting the same kind of people all the time? Why do I keep attracting the same relationships all the time? It's because of the pattern. Life is not against you. But unhealed patterns recreate familiar emotional environments until they are understood. So, until you understand your own pattern, you will keep repeating the same environment for yourself again and again. You will keep attracting the same kind of people, the same kind of relationships, the same kind of work situations, everything, because the pattern needs to change. Number five, healing feels more uncomfortable than suffering. Now, you may be surprised, okay? But setting boundaries can actually feel uncomfortable to a lot of people. Receiving love feels uncomfortable to a lot of people. Resting feels uncomfortable to a lot of people. Being emotionally supported also feels uncomfortable to a lot of people. Not because they are wrong, but because they are not familiar with all these things. Healing asks your nervous system to trust experiences it has never truly known. That is what healing is all about. So, well, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this episode, like, comment, share it with somebody who needs to hear this today. And I want you to remember that just because something feels familiar does not mean it's healthy for you. And if something feels uncomfortable, if something feels unfamiliar, just take a close look at it. It may be discomfort because you're not used to that situation, but it may be something far more healthy. So, well, don't forget to subscribe to the Flight to Fulfillment podcast on either Substack or YouTube or Spotify or Apple, wherever you're more comfortable, so that you don't miss out on a single dose of inspiration and motivation coming your way. Until next time, this is me, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach, signing off for now, but asking you to trust that change, okay? And stop getting comfortable with suffering. Let go of the identity you've built through being in that suffering mode. Stay stay there a little longer, but trust this process. Let your nervous system discover that calm is not empty, it is safe. Learn that love does not have to hurt to be real. That rest is not laziness. That joy is not something you have to earn. Peace is not something you have to be scared about. Learn to receive the best, the positive. Practice it. So, if conversations like these speak to your heart, I also invite you to join us in our Freedom Divas Hub. That's a community for women where women come together to heal emotional patterns, rebuild their self worth, and create lives rooted in freedom and fulfillment. Until next time, choose what's healthy, even if it is unfamiliar. Because one day peace will stop feeling uncomfortable and start feeling like home. Love you all. Bye bye.